Welcome back to Nerd Thug Radio. I'm the Captain Joey Savage.
Corey DLG.
Hey guys, Nico DLG here.
You're so lame. Listen to us on 104.5, 106.1,
Sister stations.
and worldwide at
IRLoneStar.com.
Don't forget, go to facebook.com/Nerd Thug Radio. Like us, share us with your friends, tell the world. We are getting close to wrapping up this week's show, which means we are in the Nico DLG segment.
Whoa.
Take it away, girly man.
Hey guys, Nico DLG. Coming at you live, like always, except last week, because I'm homeless now.
He's going to play that up everywhere. I don't have a car.
Right.
I'm homeless. You could live in the top if you wanted to.
Right,
The
but
top.
it's way more dramatic.
Right. He's homeless.
I'm homeless.
He's homeless.
Okay.
I mean,
So,
he doesn't sleep where his mail goes. He's homeless.
Right.
Okay. All right.
That's a fair definition
Okay.
of that.
All right. So, Nico,
All
your
right.
time to shine, baby.
So if you guys listened to last week's episode, you know that I was displaced and destroyed apparently by Hurricane Harvey.
Correct.
Right.
He came into my life and destroyed my entire
Yeah,
life.
man, he ruined stuff. He really did.
I wanted to say something, but I
Right.
held myself.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So obviously, all thoughts go out to everyone who's affected by it.
Amen.
As a personal member here, it was just real tragic. And it's just finally, it's just a weird thing to set in after a huge disaster like this. It's like everyone's sitting outside with all their garbage in the front of their entire livelihoods.
Right.
So, like, Corey, you haven't been over to your dad's house yet.
No, I
have
haven't been on that side of
you?
town
So
at all.
I've gone twice now. I went last week to get stuff from Nico and kind of check on him, and then I picked him up today. It's like a war zone in his neighborhood.
Yeah, I bet.
And so we were talking about it on the way to the show tonight and today, whatever. And their neighborhood is one of those that the lots are very small.
Yes,
So they're nice, big 2-story houses.
but with almost no side yard.
Right, no side yard. And so it's just stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff.
Yeah.
And so other places, you got big lots. It doesn't look as bad. It's just stuff on top of stuff on top of stuff. It's insane.
I have driven through locally, not a little bit south here, Spring.
Right.
I've been delivering pizza while I'm job hunting, and it's been the neighborhoods have just. I mean, yeah, man, the stuff it does. It looks like a war zone. You're right. It looks like this is in my mind when I saw TV of like when Syria was getting bombed and things like that. Like this is what I kind of like. Obviously, the buildings aren't exploded, but like everything's out on the street. People are just kind of running amok. Like I mean,
Right.
there's no. It's a really weird thing right now.
What's funny, not funny anything about it, but, you're always going to face traumatic events in your life or big world events and stuff. And so I think for us, our first big world event when we were old enough to kind of comprehend stuff was probably 9/11.
Yeah.
Because they had the Gulf War, but we were young kids. It was in the early 90s.
They also had trading cards, which made it weird.
Right.
I had the whole set.
Yeah. But 9/11 hit, and that was, 6 years ago now? It's 2017. It was
16,
2011.
2001.
Oh, was it 2001? I was
Yeah.
way off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I'm
it's
a little worried about you right now.
I just said 9/11 in my head. I'm thinking, so that was like our
Okay.
first big traumatic
Yeah.
event.
You and I were seniors in high school.
Right.
Yeah.
And so for Nico now at 19, this is his first traumatic event. And he, like, for
Yeah,
us, and
yeah.
the difference, I think, is that was New York. And, of course, it affected all, we've talked about it
Yeah.
before
Oh,
with
of
Marvel
course.
Comics, blah, blah, blah. But this is a tragic event where now someone is directly involved.
I'm trying to think, like, the first thing that was, like, Houston-based that we dealt with. And really, I think Allison was the first thing that was, like, in your face.
Right. But
issue.
nothing of this magnitude.
No, nothing of this
I
magnitude.
hit Galveston pretty hard in
Right.
2011.
But we
Or
kind
2008. God, dude,
You're all
wrong.
over the place.
2008. But yeah, this was an event that happened here in Houston that has had a nationwide impact. And
And-
it's the first big event Nico's had to face. And
True.
he's part of what happened. Like, it's
right.
very traumatic. Man.
They had to
Like,
rescue you guys, put you on boats. You guys
We
had to
didn't
journey.
have rescue guys.
Yeah, I mean, you got boats to get here and now
no,
you
we
boats to
didn't.
get out.
We didn't actually have any rescue guys because water started getting into our house the Tuesday after, because it started Friday when it really started raining.
Right.
And then the Tuesday.
So you guys
was
were
wind water.
affected when they started releasing from the reservoirs.
Yes,
And
because we're kind of near attics area.
Right.
So as water just started coming into our house, because our good old Papa DLG is missing a leg there.
Right.
He's not all there. So we're trying to get him. We're trying to get him down. We have to figure out a way. How are we gonna get him to the? Because our uncle's gonna pick us up and he's got a big old truck, but he
Right.
couldn't get anywhere near us because the
Right.
water's waist high at that point.
right.
So we had to try and figure out a way, and then luckily we had guys who came from Rockport. I don't remember.
Awesome.
And they were like, yeah, we came here because our town is completely gone.
Right.
So they don't have anything, and they came and helped us, with Dad. They picked him up and they literally just carried him all the way until one of our other neighbors had a little rope that he just jumped in.
Yeah.
And we went along. It was such a crazy experience, just like wading through like chest high waters, like in the streets that you just like walk down. It's just wild. I don't think it'll ever it's just a weird
it's something
thing.
you'll never forget.
Right.
And like it's one thing we talked about last week briefly on the show is just how many people came to just help.
Right.
Well, and think about what he just said. The city of Rockport was destroyed,
And they came here
and they came here to help us.
because they had nothing else. It's like our city's gone, so let's help who we can.
Right.
And it's just it's when you think about it on that kind of level, and just the fact that everyone had someone that they knew that was affected. But here at Nerd Thug Radio, like our own producer was affected, and being at the young age, and this actually being the first big traumatic world event, like
Right.
it's crazy to think about when you think about it on that level.
Yeah, it's kind of a weird story, but I always kind of think about it when you talk about people kind of experiencing things at different times in their lives. I had a friend in high school who, him and his sister were roughly the same age, but there was an older brother that they never knew. He died in a car accident when they were both super young. And so it was a drunk driving thing. And so when we were in high school, I remember him saying like, oh, well, I'll never drink because my brother died in drunk driving.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's terrible. I'm really sorry. And he was like, well, I didn't really know him, blah, blah, blah. So it's like weird to think like how things affect people at different times and ages.
Right.
There's just a person he'll never meet and never know. He just knows that person doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
And that's a weird thing. Like it's like a weird loss because it's not like a real loss, but it is. And so like when you think about something like this, where for the first time it's not on TV, it's actually like in your front yard. Like it's something you're actively
It's
dealing
in your
with.
city.
Right.
It's people I mean,
Right.
I counted just myself 5 people that I'm close to. 5 people,
Right.
all flooded.
Zach Attack.
Zach, Nico, your sister, we talked about this last week. Ali Savage's stepdad.
And then your cousin Kim.
My cousin.
The
down
whole
street.
crew.
Yeah.
Her whole family.
Yeah, it was like her in-laws, and her sister-in-law. 3 houses in a row. Dunzo.
That's what you get for living close to family.
Right.
Spread it out.
That's not smart. But yeah.
Increase your odds.
Right.
And we talked about this last week, and we're about to gear up to change gears here. Like that, gear up to change gears.
Yeah. Gear.
We were. It almost you felt helpless because like I couldn't get out there and help anybody.
Yeah, you can't do anything at that point. Like,
Right.
so my neighborhood was trapped because there's water on either side.
Yeah.
So I'm dry and I'm fine,
But you
I
can't
can't
leave.
go anywhere to help
Right.
anyone or do anything.
And I couldn't leave the first couple of days, and then I got my kids I'm responsible for. It's like,
Right.
okay,
Right.
this is priority 1.
Well, and that's one thing. Like, I want to be really clear about this, and then we'll get out of here. If you were able to take care of yourself and help yourself, that helped everyone else because it was one less thing that everyone else had
Right.
to worry about too. You only wanted to have to help people that needed help. You didn't want to have to help people who didn't need help but then screwed up and did something stupid and got their car stuck in the water.
Right. So speaking of helping, our friends at Reality of Wrestling.
Okay, transition.
Over the weekend, they had their monthly show. They did it for free.
Oh, okay.
And they took donations to Harvey. But last month, they had a big Summer Champions 4, and we got to speak to a couple of them. So we're going to run out here with our friend Ryan Davidson, who wrestled the show. And when we come back, we're going to get with Brock Baker, and we'll stay tuned. Joey Savage here, Nerd Thug Radio. We're at Reality of Wrestling. We just finished up at Summer of Champions 4.
Summer Champions 4, baby.
I'm joined now with a friend of the show. You heard him last year. We interviewed him, but the ruthless Ryan Davidson. How do you feel tonight after the matches?
Well, before I tell you how I feel, I just want to go ahead and put you over real quick with these sweet pineapple grenade shoes that you got on right now. I mean, obviously this is recording, so obviously nobody can see them, but those shoes are freaking sweet, man. But how I feel, man, I don't know, man. I feel like a large weight's lifted off my shoulders, man. Me and Stevie Ray have gone back like 3 or 4 years, man. He's been in my corner, taught me a lot of different things, and I definitely wouldn't be the star without him. But then again, you do not stab me in the back and think that you're going to get away with it. And tonight, I went ahead and proved you don't mess with Ryan Davidson. I came out with the win.
So it's been a long few months. This feud's been going on ever since the turn. Tonight, you finally got your hands on Stevie Ray. You have to let some of that aggression out. What does that feel like?
Man, it feels great, man. I mean, you know, like it's it's just getting that huge weight off your shoulders, man, weighing me down and weighing me down and weighing me down. And like all this, the whole time that I was with Stevie, everybody always say, well, yeah, Ryan, he's talented, he's this and that, but he can't get the job done without Stevie Ray. He can't win a match without Stevie Ray. He can't win a championship without Stevie Ray. And, to be honest with you, part of them was right, because Stevie was in my corner and he made sure that I always came out with the victory. But the thing is that what I've done in my entire career is prove people wrong. They say that I suck, I prove to them that I don't. They say that I can't win the big one, I win the big one. And people said that I couldn't beat Stevie Ray. Well, one bear lariat later, Stevie Ray's on the mat, 1, 2, 3.
So real quick, let's talk about a little complications in the match. You go out, you find yourself a tag team partner.
Complications? I'm sitting there just getting beat like a mule, man. Are you kidding me? I go for the tag, thinking Ernie, like, he went ahead and, he worked me, man. I'll call it like it is, man. He went ahead and called me on the phone. Yeah, man, let's do this and what have you. Of course, I should have known better. Should have absolutely known better. And when I went for that tag, I go for a tag. He gives me the middle finger, and the rest is history. I'm sitting there getting size 13s and 14s all across my face. So it is what it is.
So even though Ernest the Cat Miller kind of turned your back on you a little bit, you did get somewhat of an assist from the Boogeyman. Probably unexpected, but it gave you the one-on-one with Stevie Ray. You got to give a little bit of props to him for helping you out a bit.
Nah, man, I'm giving him all the props. And here's the thing with the Boogeyman. Boogeyman I've known for a long time, and he's the Boogeyman. You never know what you're going to get. He's literally one of the most mysterious, one of the most significant identities in pro wrestling. And for the fact that he's came out and pretty much tried to even the odds, I'm forever indebted with the Boogeyman. So whatever dark lair, cave, corner, wherever he's hanging out at, I really don't know. But the next time I see the Boogeyman, I give him all props and thanks, because if it wasn't for him, I don't think I would have got out of there in one piece tonight.
So you've got the ghost behind you. You've got him off your back. Stevie Ray's done. What's next for Ruthless Ryan Davidson here at Reality of Wrestling?
Well, see, I think the thing is, going back to what I was saying with Stevie Ray, is that for years, everyone has always talked about that Ryan can't get the job done without Stevie Ray. Now that I've turned over a new leaf and I'm riding solo, riding to the sunset, I think with all the championship gold that I've won, with all the accolades that I accomplished, there's still one that is left to be done, and that's the Reality of Wrestling heavyweight title. So Aiden Cristiano or anybody else that wants to get in my way, all it takes is one bear lariat, and you're done.
You heard it right here on Nerd Thug Radio. Ryan Davidson wants that Reality of Wrestling championship title.
Nerd Thug Radio, baby! Woo!